Welcome, people of planet Earth and all planets beyond. Thank you so much for watching. My name is Josh, and my family make our living by buying things from thrift stores, garage sales, flea markets, wherever we can find them, and selling them on platforms like eBay. And it used to be that eBay was the only show in town. It was the biggest and the best place to sell your used goods. Until recently, as more and more platforms have started to pop up and take some of that market share. That means sellers are over there and buyers are over there on other platforms other than eBay. So that puts us resellers into a pickle. Do we simply continue just to post on eBay and hope it goes well? Or do we go and find where the buyers are? Do we need to go to Mercari? Do we need to go to Depop to find the buyers? Because the marketplace is splintered so bad. So this was my conundrum as well. I just couldn't seem to handle more than 3 platforms, so I kind of had to whittle the platforms down to the ones that I thought I could handle the best. And recently I actually made a video about leaving one of those platforms, Grailed. I was not happy with the traffic I was getting, and I need to make that third platform more efficient and more worthwhile to my time. Well, after I released that video, I got an email from a company saying, hey, try our service out for 14 days and let us know if it helps you manage multiple platforms better. And maybe you can, instead of getting rid of a platform, add more platforms. And I thought this was crazy because I was like, how in the world are you going to help me manage even more platforms than I already am at? So I tried out the service, and to my surprise, it certainly helped, and it's going to change my business for good, I believe. And that company that helped me is called Primelister, and that's what I want to talk about today. Let's talk about it. Primelister is a listing tool that helps sellers with managing listings on different platforms in less time and generating greater sales. Its only purpose is to work for you to increase your sales. In addition to making more money and increasing sales, Primelister is making your reseller life effortless, and it focuses on automating daily tasks to save you time. Primelister is a Chrome extension that works on your computer, and it enables listing operations such as relisting, duplicating, deleting, bulk listing, multi-cross listing, and sharing on different marketplaces such as Poshmark, eBay, Etsy, Facebook Marketplace, Depop, Instagram, and Mercari. So like many people, the way I worked before was I would post to eBay the item that I had. Then I would take all those information, the description, stuff like that. Then I would copy and paste it, take the photos, and put it on to my next platform. And do the same for the next one. Each one of those platforms I had to do manually. Piece by piece, type line by line, photo by photo. But now with Primelister, all that can be done almost automatically. I can put my listing originally in eBay, and then just with a few clicks of the buttons, I can send it to all these other platforms, fill out the information, and be done. I'm taking what turned out to used to be like a 15-minute process and turning it into a 5-minute process, which means I can post more, I can get it into more people's eyes and more people's searches across multiple platforms. It's really making a significant difference in the way that I list and run my business. So one of the frustrations I've always had with having multiple platforms is, like, if an item sells on one platform, is trying to remember that, how to take care of it on these other platforms. And what's so awesome is the way that Primelister works. I can actually manage deleting all of those listings across the board. In fact, in the future, Primelister is actually going to be adding an auto delist function and feature to automatically delist once an item has sold on a given platform. This is taking the stress of managing multiple platforms down way low relative to where it was before. So how does Primelister do all this stuff? Well, let's take a look. I'm going to walk you through it, show you all the features, and hopefully convince you that this is something that you might need to consider for your business. So to get started, go to Primelister.com using the link in the description below, where you can start your free trial. You're going to want to be on Chrome, as the extension for the service is only offered through Chrome. Once you have logged in and started your free trial, which is completely free, there's no credit card required, you won't be charged. It's awesome. You'll come into the landing page where you can find a lot of good information and helpful tools to run your business. Here we have the inventory, where you can manage all your products across all the platforms that you're on, your tasks, timeline for all your automation, groups and tags, and help you order and organize your inventory, reports, and account details. You also have a great checklist here to get you really started. This is really a fantastic primer. It walks you through all the important steps. You can see that I've already done them all, and you have a great knowledge base. One of the things I love about Primelister is they have lots of information available, lots of stuff about developments, and answer questions very quickly. So the first thing you're going to want to do is install the extension, which you can click here and click more, and all you have to do is go to the Chrome Web Store through the link in their knowledge base article, and it'll take you to the extension where you can download it and install it on Chrome. So once you've got the extension installed, you can see that it's installed here right under your extensions button in your browser, in your Chrome browser. This will be operating anytime that you're on Chrome, and it can manage your platforms whenever you're on them. So let's go ahead and do the next step, and that's connect marketplaces to Primelister. And the way this works is very simple. All you have to do is open up your account on one of your platforms, and you don't have to give Primelister any credentials. It just uses your current open session as long as you've logged in, and it can do all the work it needs to do without taking any of your private information. So once you've arrived at your marketplace landing page, you'll notice that a little arrow tab pops up here on the side. Click on it, and you can open up the Primelister extension. And this is where all the features and all the core of the service are provided. Here you can see on the listing actions, we can cross list, we can relist, we can delist, which is super helpful. We can import, duplicate, and delete listings from the marketplace. We can set the task interval as to how quickly these tasks are accomplished, and we can see what tasks have been active, completed, or scheduled. Let's take a look at the cross-listing feature. First, we're going to start from ebay.com, which is where most of my products are. So now that we've arrived at our Manage Active Listings page within eBay, all we have to do is find an item that we want and select it just like this. Just like you normally would select anything if you were working within eBay. Once you've selected that, you can go over to the Primelister tab, open it up, and hit Cross List. Now it's going to take the information from that listing and ask you where you want to send it. We're going to send it to Mercari, Poshmark, and Depop, all three at the same exact time. I'm going to say yes, and watch it work. It's going to open up tabs and get the information from eBay, and then it's going to open up tabs for the listing on the individual platforms themselves. So our first listing has made it over to Poshmark, where we can see that the photos came over, the description and title came over. All we have to do is fill out a little bit of categorical information for Poshmark, because not all of this stuff transfers perfectly. We'll select the size and information like that. Pretty easy. It's not new with tags, just like you would normally do on a Poshmark listing, but all this information can be put in really quick. The same goes for Depop. You may have to do a little bit of editing to your descriptions from your source listings to make sure that they transfer correctly, but it's fairly simple now that we just fill out the information and we are on our way. Mercari is actually one of the better performing platforms within the software, as it can transfer a lot more information directly from eBay than into some of the other platforms. So it's pretty awesome. It's helpful because a lot of the stuff is already pre-filled. So basically you're just selecting delivery methods and such, and you can get on with listing within seconds. And once you've cross-posted items, you can go back to your inventory page and check all the items and see where they've all been successfully cross-posted. Once inside the inventory page, you can actually see all the items that you've cross-posted, where they've been successfully cross-posted, and you can select them to do different tasks and actions. We can actually relist, we can delist, we can duplicate, delete from the marketplace altogether, or we can add to groups and tags in order to organize, or we can cross list just like we did from the individual page. So here we have an item that's only in Poshmark and eBay. We can actually send it to Depop or Instagram, all from right here in the inventory section. In fact, you can import all your listings from eBay or from whatever platform you use, and they'll all be downloaded and uploaded into the inventory, where you can then cross-post them bulk to other platforms. So also within the inventory page, you can use a lot of these features to sort and organize your products. You can filter by platform, you can filter by groups or tags if you have tagged those, like things with free shipping, with new with tags, discounted, etc. You can do all of that inside this inventory page. Now we've looked at the cross-posting and inventory features that Primelister offers, but there's a whole other side of Primelister, and that is the Poshmark Assistant, which is super helpful. Poshmark Assistant allows you to automate the sharing, following and unfollowing, sending of bulk orders, and even scheduling these tasks that Poshmark requires you to do in order to grow your Poshmark account. You may be aware that Poshmark does not allow third-party automation, but Primelister avoids this issue by mimicking real human activity. It's not going to follow 1 million followers in 5 minutes. It's going to do them at the pace and the rate that you might do if you were doing it yourself. So let's take a look at some of these features. First, let's start with sharing. Sharing is incredibly helpful. You can share from your closet or the current page, maybe somebody else's closet. You can share all the listing, the first page only, selected listings, etc. You can share it to followers, your personal followers, or you can share it to a party, and you can determine the sharing speed, whether or not you want to go faster or slower. You also have options like limit the number of shared items, share continuously until stopped, or share from the bottom of the closet to the top. This is super helpful. So we're going to go ahead and just do this for my closet right here and see how it works. You can see that it's asking me if I want to start it, and I can also schedule this task. So let's go ahead and we're going to schedule this task really quick. We can say that we want to do this every day at this time at 11 a.m. It's going to schedule sharing. And once it's scheduled, now all these tasks will be automated from now on. It will happen as long as Poshmark is open on my Chrome browser. If Poshmark is not open on your Chrome browser, the extension cannot work. So make sure that during that time that your browser is opened onto Poshmark. So we'll go ahead and do a manual share really quick just to show you how it's done. You hit yes, and it's going to open up an entire new page so that you can continue working on the original page that you were on if you need to. Here you can actually see that it's beginning to share. You can see that we're on reverse mode and that it will solve automatically any CAPTCHAs that the system will send at it. It can do this automatically and with great precision. So this automation will continue. You can see that I have it on the medium setting, so 2 to 3 seconds per share. And this will be done in just a few minutes, depending on how many items you have in your closet. Now let's take a look at the follow and unfollow features. Here we'll just select a random posher. We'll click their following list and look at all the people they're following. And once we're on this page, you can see I'm already following a few of these people because of the way that Posh works. We'll go to the Poshmark Assistant and we'll hit follow and unfollow. We're going to follow people right now. I'm not really needing to unfollow at this point, but we're going to follow people. It's going to say yes. The maximum amount that we can follow at one time is 1,000. So let's go ahead and do that. This is another task we can also schedule as well if we would like. Here it opens up on another page like it did before. It will again solve any CAPTCHAs that are sent to it by the system and do it automatically. Here you cannot set necessarily the timing, but it does it in a variety of different ways and fairly quickly. You can allow this feature to run as you work on other pages. Here on the Poshmark Assistant, we can also automatically follow people who follow us whenever they do, or automatically follow people who are new. So let's go ahead and look at that. Click on the automations button here. We have different settings. We can auto CAPTCHA solver, which we already have on. We can auto send offers to likers, but we're not doing that today. We can auto return share. So whenever somebody shares our product, we can basically do them a favor and share one of their items, and we can set the number of items we want to share. We can auto return follow. So as the moment somebody follows you, we will automatically follow them back. We can auto follow fresh closets, and we can auto follow just join. Here we can select the number of people we want to do once that's accomplished. So people who just join Poshmark, we can auto follow without having to do it manually ourselves. Again, as long as the Poshmark page is open on your Chrome browser. Another really helpful tool is we can use the relist tool, and this is not the same tool like the built-in relist feature in Poshmark. This is like it is from scratch, so it will be considered a brand new listing, which can be very helpful to the visibility of your items. So you can say go ahead and relist all products. And do we need to update the price when listing? No, we do not. We do want to filter. We can say filter by date of the listing, filter by the number of likes of the listing. So if we want to filter, say, anything that has too many likes or too little likes, we can relist the stuff that's not getting as much visibility. and we can filter by lowest historical price. And all of these fantastic features right here can really help make your Poshmark closet super active and super appealing to the system and to others who may be potentially looking for items that you're selling. And we can just let this task go. This is one of those tasks that you can allow to just work in the background as you're working on other things. You can see down here we have the activity log. This is the relist tasks that have been happening. This is a good way to just keep track of what you haven't been doing, all down here on the activity log and a task log. So those features that we just looked at and even more are on the horizon for Primelister. Very excited about their future and all the tools that they're offering us resellers to make our lives less stressful, more efficient, and ultimately more profitable. If you're interested in giving Primelister a try, check the link in the description below for a 14-day free trial, risk-free trial, no credit card information needed. You won't be charged unless you want to buy the service, and you can also get 30% off of your first month if you hit the link in the description below. So I hope this video was helpful and informative and maybe convinced you a little bit to try out Primelister for yourself and see if it can make a difference in your business. Thank you guys so much for watching. Please remember to like, comment, subscribe. We'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.